Hello everyone, welcome back to Abodery. If you're new here, I love to share our family's journey to a slow and handmade home. Today the video is slightly different because I am sharing a little personal update, which is that I am pregnant. If you are over on my Instagram, you'll already know this news because I shared it there last week. And yeah, it's very exciting. This is our fourth baby. We've already got three who are 5, 3 and 1. And this baby is due in December, so we'll have another roughly 2-year age gap. I'm nearly 19 weeks pregnant now, so I'm about to hit the halfway stage. And honestly, it's been quite a difficult pregnancy so far. I know that my content here on YouTube is a little bit sporadic because it's already quite difficult to fit in around 3 small children, but with the added exhaustion and morning sickness this time around, it's been nearly impossible to get anything done. Aside from just keeping children alive and a house running. So I'm sorry I've been a little bit absent here and on other platforms. I'm hoping that now I'm heading into the second trimester that my energy will pick up a bit. That hasn't happened yet, but I'm still hopeful it could happen. Certainly the morning sickness is starting to ease off, so that has been a huge relief. In terms of how this pregnancy is compared to my other ones, it's been reasonably similar, but I think just that tiny bit harder because of the timing. So my first trimester landed almost exactly when my husband had a lot of deadlines with his study that he's doing. He was working all hours of the day, including evenings and weekends, and doing that with, like I said, 3 small children and just feeling exhausted and sick a lot of the time was incredibly difficult. And even now I think I'm just still feeling really exhausted, and I'm not sure that tiredness will lift until after the baby's arrived. Having said that, of course, I am very grateful and I don't want to undermine that or kind of make anyone feel like I'm grateful for this gift, because it is a gift. I know that lots of people struggle with getting pregnant and hearing other people's news of being pregnant, and if that is you, then my heart goes out to you. This announcement also feels like a good time to just share some thoughts that I've had on my content here on YouTube and on other platforms over recent months. My eyes have really been opened over the last few months to kind of the need for quite strict child safety, especially as my children get older. So I've had a few questions about why I'm not sharing shots of my finished sewing projects on my children, why I'm not sharing as much cloth nappy content, and the main reason for this is that I am just thinking about moving away from sharing so much of my children online. We, up until now, had already decided, my husband and I, that we would never share the children's faces, and you've probably noticed that already. But we're kind of taking it a step further, so I definitely will not be sharing them wearing nappies anymore, and I'm kind of removing some of the content that has a lot of that in it. I'm already removing that, so things like my cloth nappy fitting video that used to be here on YouTube, I've actually taken that down altogether. It still exists, so I can send it to people that I kind of have vetted, I suppose, or that I've got to know a bit if they need cloth nappy fitting help, but I'm just now comfortable that it's not being seen by the wrong eyes. Also just, yeah, like I said, not even sharing photos of them or videos of them in clothes, just because, they can't consent to it, and I don't know how they'll feel about that, maybe 10 years down the line. So it just felt like a sensible decision to take for them. I appreciate that will sometimes make my content slightly less helpful, but I hope that it will still be helpful and inspiring, and that I'll be able to help people with cloth nappies and other aspects of sustainable parenting, and kind of upcycling and that sort of thing. So yeah, let me know how you feel about that, and if it's something that you feel will really hinder, because I will certainly try to be clever about how to help people, whilst also obviously having the really important priority of child safety kind of built into that. I will still try to share a little bit of personal life. This isn't us completely shutting off family life, because I appreciate that that impacts my content and that it's interesting to people to know a little bit about what's going on with us, but it will just be a little bit more curated and careful perhaps. If you're interested in some more specific answers to how my pregnancy is going and things about this upcoming baby, then I put a question box on my Instagram today, which had a few questions, and I will be sharing answers to those in the coming days. I'll save that as a highlight, so if you would like to hear a little bit more about pregnancy and how it's going, then head over to Instagram and have a look at my stories. That will generally be where I keep most of the kind of day-to-day personal updates, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, then I would head over there. If you're not interested, that's totally fine. You can just stay here for the cloth navvy content and the upcycling and all of the things that I love to share on here. I think that's all there is to say for now. I hope you are all having a lovely day and a wonderful summer, and I will see you all soon. Bye.